民国总统蔡英文女士莅临现场，请各位嘉宾起立，以热烈掌声欢迎。Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and give a big round of applause to President Tsai Ing-wen of the Republic of China, Taiwan. 请坐下。Please be seated. 各位来宾，请回座。Please be seated. 首先，让我们欢迎中华民国驻美代表萧美琴大使致辞。First, let us welcome Ambassador Bi Jun-Chao of the Taipei Economic and Cultural Representative Office in the United States to give us her remarks. 我们敬爱的蔡英文总统，各位我们的团员，还有所有的侨胞，各位台湾的乡亲，各位好朋友，大家晚安，大家好。大家今天有欢喜不？有欢喜不？今天我嘛做无缘哦。我今天真的非常的高兴啊，可以跟我们洛杉矶的侨界朋友一起来欢迎蔡英文总统过境洛杉矶。这一次是5年来这个再一次的可以看到总统在我们全美国侨胞人数最多的城市洛杉矶来跟大家见面。那过境美国是这个跟侨胞大家相亲在一起很重要的机会，同时也是让我们台湾的总统可以在美国多交一些朋友的机会，对不对？作为台湾人，我们是不是希望台湾在国际上有更多的朋友，获得更多的支持？相信台湾数十年来，不管是在民主化的脚步，或者是我们现在面临各式各样的挑战的过程当中，在辛苦的环境里面，我们的脚步越实在，也代表着台湾更有实力。但是这个困难当中，也因为我们克服了，更能展现台湾人民的韧性。当然，总统在带领台湾一步一脚印的过程中，我们也看到他的付出。那总统面对压力不低头，更是台湾人创造韧性和重要的精神。当然，今天早上我们在雷根图书馆非常的感动。有看到美国的国会议长 McCarthy 议长率领着跨党派的国会议员，在图书馆里面欢迎我们的蔡总统过境，同时对于台美之间的安全、经济繁荣， 还有文化、教育、合作等各个领域交换意见。那我们非常感动的是，我们看到美国跨党派的国会议员很难得的能够站在一起，立场一致的来支持台湾，关心台湾。我相信这也是因为我们所有在这里的侨胞，以及在国内的同胞，大家长期以来努力，不管是在经济的面向，在科技，在各个领域，在民主的成就上面，获得全世界肯定跟认同最大的一个成就。所以我在这边要谢谢每一位对台湾民主付出，每一位在基层为台湾外交打拼的侨胞们致上最深的谢意。It is such an honor to welcome Her Excellency President Tsai Ing-wen in her transit here in Los Angeles. Of course, we are honored to also see many friends of Taiwan here tonight, including the acting governor, who you will meet shortly. And 5 members of Congress from across the political aisle, and you will also meet them shortly as we invite them to also say a few words. This morning, well actually today, the President has been very busy. We just visited Simi Valley, visited the Ronald Reagan Library, where she was welcomed by Speaker McCarthy and bipartisan members of Congress. I think for every Taiwanese, actually for every human being, we all like to make friends. And we should all have the freedom to make friends. And I think the unity of support from bipartisan leaders of Congress today demonstrates the strength of the Taiwan-U.S. partnership. It also demonstrates and highlights the accomplishments of the people of Taiwan in creating a democratic and robust society that is worthy of support of the international community. And I think as a Taiwanese, you all feel the same as I did today. That is, we love to see our president being treated with dignity and respect. And that dignity and respect is for all the people of Taiwan, because all of you contributed to who we are today, right? And of course, that wouldn't be possible without all the efforts of the Taiwanese American communities here in the United States, contributing to society in all areas, economic, cultural, education, and of course, in the partnership that we have between Taiwan and the United States. So thank you again for your contributions. And again, I thank our congressional friends for being here tonight, and Acting Governor for joining us. I thank all of you for being here tonight, for the very warm welcome that you have given to President Tsai during this transit. Thank you.
谢谢沙大使。
Thank you, Ambassador Shaw.
接着，我们要邀请2位侨界代表致辞。首先，请罗省中华会馆主席李金生先生致辞。
Next, we'd like to invite 2 representatives of the overseas community to say a few words. First, please welcome Mr. Ernest Lee, President of the Chinese Consolidated Benevolent Association, CCBA.
Well, thank you, MC. 我用标准的广东国语跟大家讲哈。First time I use Mandarin. 中华民国总统蔡英文阁下。 侨务委员长徐家清跟其他领人出访的团队，各位长官，我哋 elected officials， 侨团领袖，社会贤达，男女嘉宾，大家晚安。我很高兴和荣幸能够参加今晚的侨宴。我代表中华会馆和属下的侨团，欢迎蔡总统来到我们洛杉矶。中华会馆一直是支持国父孙中山先生所建立的民主自由的中华民国。蔡总统这次出访中，能够很成功地将这个宗旨分享到其他的地方和国家，我们华侨都感到十分的欣慰。希望总统安全回台，祝你工作顺利，生活愉快，也顺祝中华民国国运昌隆，国泰民安。谢谢。
谢谢李主席。
Thank you, Mr. Lee.
现在请大洛杉矶台湾会馆副董事长吴兆峰先生致辞。
Now please welcome Mr. Ken Wu, Vice Chairman of Taiwan Center Foundation of Greater Los Angeles.
多年来为台湾努力不懈的蔡英文总统，代表台美两个模范民主制度的各位长官，经过神圣民主程序选出的两国民选代表们，还有许多年来为台湾、为台美关系和无数侨民付出无限心力的所有热心侨领们及社团代表们，大家晚安，大家好，小大北。这是我第3次参加蔡总统的侨宴了。记得前2次侨宴，我看到其他代表台湾会馆的先进演唱会致辞时，我在台下都会偷偷的想，好险有前董事长林荣峰医师和田宜红国策顾问能够上来，这些德高望重的前辈能够代表会馆。换作是我的话，我大概不知道要讲什么。结果第3次来到参加侨宴呢，就换了我坐在同样的位置。不过，跟过去不同的是，我今天很清楚我要说什么。我相信稍后蔡总统会报告台湾这几年的改变，但今天我想趁这个时候呢，向蔡总统还有在台湾、在故乡台湾同胞们分享这些年来我们大洛杉矶台美人所感受到的改变。先讲结论，台美侨胞们过去7年真正体会到当台湾人的尊严和骄傲。在小英总统及团队的带领及推动下，台侨与在台湾各界于多方面展开多方面的这个建设性的交流及串联，尤其疫情期间呢，更是合作无间，最终不仅提升了台湾在全球的地位，也拉抬了台美人在美国的能见度。就连过去多半与台湾脱节的台美人第2代，还有所谓的 ABT。都开始对爸妈口中的故乡产生浓厚的兴趣。光是我们台湾会馆，就因为如此，需要每年面对逐年增加的主流媒体和人士的关注，也有更多年轻人参观会馆来认识台湾。这些正面的发展呢，都是我们海外侨胞有目共睹的。相信在场的每位侨领也能深深感到身为民主伙伴与台湾和美国共荣的喜悦。今晚我们要特别感谢小英总统带给我们这份无价的光荣感，也希望您能感受到我们的诚意和祝福。I also would like to express my most sincere gratitude to our dearest friends in the U.S. government and the U.S. Congress. A Taiwanese elected leader such as President Tsai is able to visit the state more dignified than ever. It's all due to the kindness and efforts of our members of Congress. Your sense of justice and willingness to stand by your ally is why our two nations will enjoy a more meaningful partnership, which will yield more dividends benefiting the peoples of America and Taiwan. Lastly, because I know we're all hungry, I would like to close my remark with something that never gets old. God bless America. God bless Taiwan. 多谢安主席 ，Thank you.
谢谢吴副董事长。
Thank you, Mr. Wu.
接着，我们邀请海外侨胞的大家长，中华民国侨务委员会徐嘉欣委员长致辞。
Next, please welcome Ms. Xu Jiaqi, Minister of Overseas Community Affairs Council of the Republic of China, Taiwan.
Her Excellency President Tsai Ing-wen, our distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. First of all, I would like to express my deepest appreciation for the support of our American friends and the partners who have joined us tonight. Your presence here is the testament to the strong and enduring partnership between Taiwan and the United States. We believe that together with the United States, we can contribute even more to the world. Now, I would like to turn to our fellow overseas compatriots and Taiwanese American and express our gratitude for their support. 各位女士、各位先生、各位要界先进，大家安，大家好。各位乡亲，大家好。大家好，大家好。非常高兴今天能够陪同我们的蔡英文总统来到洛杉矶，经过美国到瓜地马拉、贝里斯，今天来到洛杉矶，有非常多好朋友。 难得又聚在一起，蔡总统此行可以说非常的辛苦，但也建立了我们跟邦交国、跟美国非常多朋友的强烈关系。这几年来，我要特别感谢我们在大美西地区侨界各位先进的贡献。在我们南加亚利桑那州的侨社，不只有支持中华民国的传统侨社。 也有很多台湾会馆、台美商会、旅馆工会、大专校友会、同乡会、越检联寮团体等等多元的参与，让我们大家一起努力，一起合作。当全球陷入疫情之后，我们世界台湾同乡会在一开始由杨姓国策顾问发起1000万口罩、1000万爱心，让我们。 在很短的时间内，就募集了非常多的资金，购买了 Made in Taiwan mask， 送给了我们在美国非常多的医护人员、警消人员、老人院弱势团体，让 Taiwan can help， 台湾 is helping 充分的展现在我们美国的社会。2020年12月，台湾与美国。 签署了台美交易倡议，也在很短的时间内，在我们的美南、美西、美东建立了总共54个台湾 Center for Mandarin Learning。在我们的南加地区，可以说是最集中的，已经有11个。我要非常感谢在座所有的朋友，大家大力的协助，让我们可以做非常好的。 草根外交跟台湾与美国人民的友谊深化，我想这些在都是非常重要的。除此之外，台积电在 Arizona 的投资也带动了我们整体台湾的产业链来到美西地区，因此我们会有更多的Taiwanese American here cooperation。我相信。 未来我们还有很多工作要一起努力。我在这边要再一次的感谢我们所有我们南加地区 Arizona 的所有好朋友长期的协助，也感谢你们对中华民国台湾的支持，更感谢大家能够陪同我们在全世界做最好的公益事业与活动。那今天在这个地方，我也要特别谢谢我们的吴部长吴钊燮。今天的侨宴呢，我的钱不够，有1半以上的钱是吴钊燮部长帮忙出的。我也要特别谢谢我们美群大使，在很短的时间之内，把我们从东到西，大家能够团结在一起 ，cooperation 都是非常艰巨的任务。因此最后我在这边要再一次的谢谢我们所有的乡亲好朋友，大家共同来努力，为了未来咱共同的关系，不管是台湾还是美国还是全世界，咱拢会当做上介好的贡献。搁一届祝福大家健康平安快乐。Thank you for your joining us tonight. Thank you.
谢谢徐委员长。
Thank you, Minister Xu.
现在我们邀请美国在台协会主席罗森伯格上台致辞。
Now please welcome Honorable Laura Rosenberger, Chairperson of the American Institute in Taiwan, to give her remarks.
President Tsai, good evening. It is so great to see you again as we head back to Taiwan after your productive visits to Guatemala and Belize. Representative Hsiao, Acting Governor Kunilikis, members of Congress, and distinguished members of the delegation and of the community, ladies and gentlemen. It is wonderful to be here with you in Los Angeles representing the American Institute in Taiwan. In a similar gathering in New York last week, I said this is the perfect opportunity to meet with Taiwanese Americans as I start my tenure as chair of the board of AIT. I appreciate this opportunity to meet all of you, business and civic-minded leaders who are fostering and growing the unofficial relationship between the United States and Taiwan. Indeed, diaspora communities in California are so important that successive Taiwan presidents have stopped in Los Angeles to meet you 16 times in total. Your ongoing contributions are vital to both the diversity and prosperity of American society. There are so many initiatives that the United States and Taiwan are working on together, including in the economic, trade, educational, and security sectors. But underpinning all these efforts are our shared values, with Taiwan standing as a beacon of democracy in the Indo-Pacific region, and a shared appreciation for our cultures, which makes us collectively richer. In short, Taiwan is a valued friend. Our friendship was evident through the COVID-19 pandemic, where we supported one another in our time of need, and expanding people-to-people exchanges, as we just heard about, is a way that we can learn about each other's language and culture, and even taste each other's cuisine, like I had the opportunity to do in New York with President Tsai last week, where I ate the most amazing fantuan and songbing. This is the type of care and hospitality that brings our communities closer together. We're close when it comes to economic ties too. Taiwan is our 8th largest trading partner, and we continue to celebrate expanded commercial partnerships and investments from large and small Taiwanese companies, including Global Wafer and TSMC. The United States has also been working to build partnerships that include Taiwan and to include Taiwan's meaningful participation in international organizations and multilateral forums. We are also intensely engaging with like-minded countries, helping to increase their understanding of the important role that Taiwan plays in the global economy, in the Indo-Pacific, and further afield. And of course, the United States is committed to the cross-strait status quo by helping Taiwan maintain its self-defense capabilities. Preserving peace and stability is the central and driving tenet of the United States' long-standing unofficial relationship with Taiwan under our One China policy, which has been guided by the 3 joint communiques, 6 assurances, and of course the Taiwan Relations Act. We know that people living on Taiwan care deeply about this issue, as do Americans. President Tsai, thank you for the opportunity to spend time with you and your delegation. I look forward to visiting Taiwan.
谢谢罗森伯格主席。
Thank you, Chairperson Rosenberger.
今晚我们邀请到几位美国民选官员及国会议员来到侨宴现场，让我们邀请他一一上台为我们讲几句话。
Tonight, we are honored by the presence of elected officials. Let's give them a warm welcome and invite them to come on the stage and say a few words.
首先，请加州副州长 Eleni Kounalakis。
First of all, let us welcome Lieutenant Governor Eleni Kounalakis to come on the stage to give her remarks.
Madam President, Mr. Foreign Minister, Madam Representative, Madam Minister, Chairperson Rosenberger, members of the United States Congress, members of the Taiwanese legislature, fellow state and local elected officials, and friends of Taiwan. On behalf of the people of California, it is my great and distinct honor to welcome to our Golden State, President Ing-wen Tsai of Taiwan. This is a privilege for me for many reasons, including that President Tsai is the first woman in the history of Taiwan elected to lead one of Asia's most long-standing democratic governments. We are so pleased to have you with us here today in California, which is proud to be home to more Taiwanese Americans than any other state in the country. The relationship between California and Taiwan is important to recognize and to celebrate. We are both economic powerhouses, and our trade partnership is extensive. California is the #1 destination in the United States for imports from Taiwan and the #2 source of exports from the U.S. to Taiwan. In fact, two-way trade last year amounted to almost $39 billion. This is part of the reason why California hosts 2 Taipei Economic and Cultural Offices, which facilitate trade and foreign direct investment between our businesses and our entrepreneurs. Our people-to-people relationships are also truly extraordinary. The nearly 100,000 Taiwanese immigrants or descendants who call our state home help enrich California's diversity and contribute to our economic prosperity. Madam President, in California, 27% of us are immigrants. Half of us have at least one immigrant parent. In fact, California is the largest majority-minority democracy in the world. It is also notable that of our population of nearly 40 million people, 17% trace their ancestry to Asia. While the Asian American population of the U.S. as a whole averages at about 6%, ours is almost 3 times that. Of course, we know this has to do with our location on the Pacific Rim. When the sun sets here in Santa Monica, it rises to begin a new day in Taipei. But it is also because California stands as a beacon to people around the world yearning to follow their dreams. People come here to breathe the sweet air of freedom. It is so precious to us in California, as it is so precious to the people of Taiwan. Madam President, before I close, I want to assure you and everyone here that California fully supports President Biden's efforts to maintain peace and stability in the Strait of Taiwan and in all of Asia. We hope to always be a positive force for good, and we hope that California's strong people-to-people and commercial relationships with all parties in the Pacific region can serve as a reminder of all we have to gain by working together toward peace and the shared prosperity of all our people, our nations, and our families. Once again, it is an honor, a true honor, to welcome you to California. Thank you for taking the time to visit us and for honoring us with your presence. Thank you.
请联邦众议员 Brad Sherman 致辞。
Next, please welcome Congressman Brad Sherman to come on the stage.
Hello, I'm Brad Sherman from America's best named city, Sherman Oaks, and for 26 years I've represented the San Fernando Valley in the United States Congress. It is an honor to be with President Tsai here today. I have welcomed her often, both to my own district in the San Fernando Valley here in Southern California. I had so much fun doing it that I think I convinced Speaker McCarthy that he should do it as well. And I look forward, and I want to thank you for welcoming myself and others in Taipei. The only thing we're missing is when you visit Washington, D.C. And I look forward to seeing you there. I've served as chair of the Asia Subcommittee, and for 26 years I've served on the Foreign Affairs Committee, and I've followed Taiwan's evolution into a truly vibrant democracy. I've authored or co-sponsored 50 pieces of legislation in support of Taiwan, including the Taiwan Conflict Deterrence Act, the Taiwan Diplomatic Review Act, and along with Steve Shabbat, we introduced the Taiwan Travel Act, which has elevated the diplomatic exchange between the United States and Taiwan. And we look forward to even more high-level visits. To those who want to isolate Taiwan, my response is, welcome to America, the vibrant center of democracy and freedom in the world. Taiwan should fully participate in Interpol and, of course, the World Health Organization. It is ironic that a country who failed to cooperate with the world to end COVID, whose failure massively increased the effect of that pandemic, would then block Taiwan, which helped so many countries in the world deal with COVID, from participating in the World Health Organization. We celebrate the new investments of Taiwan into the Western United States, some $40 billion from the Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company. But let me mention an inconvenient truth. Taiwan is one of the few allies of the United States that faces a realistic possibility of invasion or blockade. The goal should not be to defeat an invasion, but to deter an invasion by demonstrating to Beijing that it would be defeated. While America's military response remains ambiguous, we should clarify what our economic response would be. I look forward to working with some of my colleagues to enact legislation so that if Taiwan is invaded or blockaded, then without further action and without any presidential waiver, we end MFN for China immediately. We need to provide Taiwan with the weapons it needs, because as we've seen in Eastern Europe, when a smaller country is invaded by a larger country, it doesn't work out for the larger country if the people have American weapons and, more importantly, have the will to fight. And finally, I would urge Taiwan to do whatever it can to prepare its own defense, whether that be through additional expenditures of funds, additional military training, and none of this is with the idea that we would ever want to see an armed conflict. This is the best way to make sure there is no armed conflict. So let us reaffirm our unwavering commitment to supporting Taiwan's prosperity, democracy, and freedom. Thank you. I'm Congressman Brad Sherman.
请联邦众议员 Darrell Issa 上台致辞。
Now please welcome Congressman Darrell Issa to say a few words for us.
Maybe I didn't need that. Madam President, you might notice that we're speaking in descending order of how long we have served in Congress. So Congressman Sherman is 4 years ahead of me, so I will not try to exceed his length. But I will take advantage of your earlier trip to the Reagan Library. Over 40 years ago, call it 1980, Ronald Reagan came to the White House with two messages. One was peace through strength. Everybody knows that one. But also, he came with a statement of liberty. In that time, 43 years ago, I was a brand new businessman having just left the military. Those 43 years ago, when Ronald Reagan came in, Hong Kong was held by Great Britain, but it was free and prosperous. Taiwan was somewhat independent, but under martial law. That same time, a friend of mine, the son of the founder of Formosa Plastics, came to the United States and began here, building his own plastic company. In those 43 years, that extension of Formosa Plastic has become a multi-billion-dollar U.S. company with factories throughout the United States. Formosa Plastic has become a world leader, respected in innovation. We've talked a lot about chips here tonight, but there's a lot of other great products that come from Taiwan. In that time, the vision of Ronald Reagan of peace through strength has become a given. And yet, as Brad Sherman just said, if we don't make sure that strength is there, there may not be peace. In that same time, Taiwan has become a true and functioning democracy. For most of the children of people here tonight, they have no idea what martial law looked like. They have no idea what early Taiwan was. They only know a prosperous country in which capitalism is a given, free markets are a given, and democracy, and even the change from one political side to the other in Taiwan is a given. Now, as someone who has served almost as long as Brad Sherman, I have to remember that Great Britain, one of our greatest partners for peace, believed a promise made for Hong Kong when it became a separate but equal part of China under China's authority. That light of freedom has at least been partially extinguished, I might say fully extinguished. We in the Congress cannot trust, we must verify. The other quote of Ronald Reagan, trust but verify. We trust that China believes in the two systems, one nation, to be only reunified by agreement. But we in the Congress will make sure that we verify, we back, and that we will never allow the mistake that occurred that extinguished the light of freedom in Hong Kong to do so for Taiwan. Thank you.
请联邦众议员赵美心致辞。
Now please welcome Congresswoman Dr. Judy Chu to give her remarks.
各位贵宾，晚上好。Hello, I'm Congressmember Judy Chu, representing the San Gabriel Valley here in Los Angeles with its large, vibrant immigrant community from Taiwan. As a longtime member of the Congressional Taiwan Caucus, I welcome to our Los Angeles area President Tsai Ing-wen. President Tsai is such a distinguished leader of the leading democracy in Asia. Her visit is an opportunity to celebrate the enduring friendship between the United States and Taiwan and build an even stronger bond between our democracies. Economically, Taiwan is the United States' 9th largest trading partner, and this relationship directly supports 188,000 American jobs. And because Taiwan is a long-standing member of the World Trade Organization, I am working through my position on the Ways and Means Committee to make our partnership even deeper through a comprehensive free trade agreement. Long overdue. So President Tsai, welcome back to Los Angeles and to the United States. I look forward to continuing our work together to promote our mutual prosperity and security. Thank you.
请联邦众议员 Ro Khanna 上台致辞。
Next, please welcome Congressman Ro Khanna to come on the stage.
Madam President, Madam Ambassador, Lieutenant Governor, fellow colleague members of Congress and Taiwan legislators, I'm Ro Khanna. I represent Silicon Valley in the United States Congress. I had the honor in January of leading a bipartisan delegation to Taiwan, where we sat down with President Tsai, but also met Morris Chang. And I was inspired by Morris Chang's story. I didn't know that Morris Chang was in the United States for 25 years. Educated at Stanford, educated at MIT, at Texas Instruments. Then America let him go. I don't know why. And well, one reason, let's just be blunt, I mean, he was passed over, Texas Instruments CEO, as an Asian American in the early 1980s, goes to Taiwan, sets up the semiconductor industry. I want to say 2 points about that. One, because we have such a successful Taiwanese American community here, business community, more exchange stories to tell America. Immigrants strengthen the United States of America. And I appreciate the contribution that the Taiwanese American business leaders and medical leaders, accountants are making to the United States. The second point I want to make, and then want to hear from the President, is I represent one of the only Asian majority districts. And we had, when I was talking with my colleagues for President Tsai, she explained the defense needs of Taiwan. She explained the need to get rid of the double taxation that the community faces, which we're working on in Congress. But she also said something that struck with me. As much as she was talking about defense and the need for defense and providing arms, see, my generation doesn't want more war. We don't want a repeat of the 20th century. We need to also figure out how we get to peace and how we make the 21st century one where we have deterrence, but we're working towards a better world than the world that saw 2 world wars and a Cold War. And I look forward to working with all of you towards that goal. Thank you very much.
请联邦众议员朴银珠致辞。
Last but not least, please welcome Congresswoman Michelle Steele to give us her remarks.
Thank you very much, Madam President and Madam Ambassador. It's so nice seeing you. I've been with you all day, and we shared a lunch together at Ronald Reagan Library, and we had a great meeting. We discussed a lot of different things: trade, economy, and economic cooperation. It is so important ever because Taiwan has to have a strong economy. Not only that, U.S. is the number 6 partner with Taiwan. So we really have to do 2 things in Congress. We have a bipartisan members here, and we had a meeting today in Simi Valley that it was a bipartisan meeting. 2 things. One, Indo-Pacific economic framework. We actually created this group to stand up to CCP, and Taiwan is not included. We really have to include Taiwan, and we're going to fight and we're going to build together. And second, free trade agreement. This is the most important than ever because we can avoid our double taxation. And, you know, we don't need another war in this world. Already one started, and we are spending billions and billions of dollars. Last December, I went to Taiwan, and I really enjoyed it. You know, it's not just food, but people. So warm, and they always open heart, and they love America. It was just a great trip that I had, but at the same time, we see the Chinese government has been very aggressive, and you can see those aggressions. We really have to avoid that. When Taiwan gets stronger, they have to think it over one more time. And we already heard that they are preparing all the military for 2027. We really have to stop that before anything happens. That's the reason that I introduced a bill called Taiwan Land Lease Act. Because anything happens, we already have an agreement between Taiwan and U.S. government a few years ago. We never delivered any war supplies. So this is the time, without going through those agencies, we really have to deliver all these war supplies. If China attacks, then we are ready to actually supply all those war supplies. That's first reason, and they see that we are supporting. Second, don't even think about it, attacking Taiwan. After Taiwan, where are they gonna go? Korea, South Korea, Japan, Philippines. Where to draw the line? Our defense line is gonna be changed. So we really have to stop that. And we always, here in Congress, as we had a bipartisan meeting in Sin Valley, we support, defend our allies, but at the same time, we make sure that we are defend and support Taiwan and welcome to the United States. And you can visit anytime, and we are going to visit Taiwan anytime we want, and China doesn't have anything to say to elected officials where to go and where not to go. So thank you very much for being here.
加州州众议员 Trita 今天也来到现场，请大家以热烈的掌声欢迎他的莅临。
We would also like to thank Assemblyman Trita for coming tonight. Please give him a big round of applause.
现在，让我们以最热烈的掌声，恭请中华民国总统蔡英文女士致辞。
Ladies and gentlemen, with a big round of applause, let us welcome President Tsai Ing-wen of the Republic of China, Taiwan.
Thank you. Please be seated. Look, I don't mind eating while I speak. So if you haven't finished your salad, please finish your salad first. I am pleased to transfer again to Los Angeles, and I'm touched by this very warm welcome from the Taiwanese American community. And thank you, Acting Governor, and for welcoming me and arranging the beautiful California sunshine. And thank you, distinguished members of the Congress, Congressman Gretchen, my old friend already, and Congressman Dara Isa, and also Judy, as well as Ron Hanna. You are the first one I saw eating, you know. And Michelle Steele, nice to see you again here. And we have someone who just came, it's Congressman Peter. Where are you? And also we have a newcomer, that is AIT Chair Laura Rosenberg. Welcome on board. And our dear friends, thank you for joining me tonight. I am grateful for your hospitality and for your friendship towards the people of Taiwan. This morning, I was honored to meet with bipartisan delegations of the congressional leaders, convened by Speaker McCarthy at Ronald Reagan Library, and I had a very productive discussion on matters pertaining to our shared values and common interests. Peace and stability in the Indo-Pacific, prosperity for all societies, and safeguarding freedom of democracy are things that we discussed a lot this morning. I shared with them that the people of Taiwan are resilient, determined to defend and preserve our way of life and to deepen our long-standing partnership with the United States. I was gratified by the unity of support from the Speaker and congressional leaders across the political aisle. The gesture of standing with Taiwan is a demonstration that in this turbulent geopolitical environment,
the Taiwanese people are not alone. And I believe the presence of many guests here tonight is also testament to the fact that Taiwan is a force for good in the world, will never be alone. Of course, both you, the Taiwanese American community, through your generosity and activism, have helped Taiwan build many friendships around the world, including with very special guests who are here with us tonight. Thank you for coming to join us. 我们现场有我们杨信国策顾问、简一红国策顾问，还有谢庆志国科顾问，我们中华会馆的李金生主席，还有我们台湾会馆吴兆峰副董事长。你刚才有一点紧张，不过讲得很好。各位我们LA的乡亲，大家晚安，大家好。我们今天呢，除了刚才跟各位说话的我们的美琴大使，还有我们许家清，应该是讲的委员长啊之外呢，其实我们代表团这一次有几位同仁，那我想跟各位介绍。那当然，第一位就是我们的金主我们外交部长吴部长。还有另外一位大家都很熟悉的我们新任的总统府秘书长林佳龙。不错，林佳龙的欢呼声还蛮大声的。这次跟我们一起来的，还有我们几位立法委员，从年轻的先开始好了，我们邱成元，立法委员。他是哪一党？他就是柯 P 那个党的，民众党。还有我们陈欧珀委员，还有我们最资深的立法委员，但是也不是最老的，我们陈明文委员。我们在座还有一位我们经济部次长陈正熙。还有没有我应该介绍的？没介绍到，好像差不多了哈。今天真的很高兴看到这么多我们在 LA 的乡亲哦，我们已经几年没见了，除非你回台湾啊，我已经3年没有出门了啊，所以今天是3年来第一次出国访问，那这次主要的我们是要去贝里斯跟瓜地马拉，那么过境美国。那前一阶段是过境纽约，在回家的路上，就到了这个 LA。我知道今天呢有很多的好朋友，都是在地的 LA 我们的在美的侨胞，但是我相信应该也有人是从其他地方过来的，请举手看看好不好？在哪里？哦，那里有一位。那边要，那边要，你们都从哪里来？从哪里？从哪来吗？好了好了，实在太吵了，听不清楚。反正你们就是不是本地的 LA 的人。还有谁 ？Orange County， 那个 California 的不算，有没有 California 以外的？从哪里来？San Diego, okay. Where? Oh, 台湾乡亲校友会。我另外一个问题，我上一次来是2018年，上一次我来的时候有在场的请举手，去查一下。哦，好，很好，谢谢，好像都有来。就像我刚才讲的，这是我第2任总统任期以来的第一次出访，好，
那过去3年，全球都笼罩在疫情之下，很多人没有办法回台湾，那全世界的人员往来也受到限制。幸好有各位在美国的各个领域帮助台湾，也让世界更关注台湾。那台湾和美国虽然在太平洋的两端，但是我们大家都一起在努力。当台湾捐口罩给各国的时候，我们美国的侨胞也在捐防疫物资。那么当台湾积极争取加入 WHO 的时候，大家也在美国为台湾发声。那么当台湾援助乌克兰、协助土耳其救灾，大家也快速募集物资，把爱心送到灾区。这就是台湾人，无论身在哪里，我们都团结一致，贡献自己的心力，让世界看到台湾的良善的力量。现在在美国，我是台湾人，在美国说我是台湾人，大家一定都感到很光荣，给我们比个赞。大家说对不对？至少不会把我们跟泰国人搞不清楚。这些年来，我们证明了一件事，台湾证明了一件事，就是因为团结，就算关关难过，我们也关关过，台湾也一直在进步当中。那么疫情虽然对全球经济带来挑战，但是海内外的企业持续的看好台湾。我们推动的投资台湾3大方案，这个实施这几年来，总共投资的金额已经超过新台币2兆元。那么近年荷商艾斯摩尔还有德商 Merck 也分别启动对台的最大投资案。那么前一阵子，美国传统基金会发布的2023年经济自由度的指数，台湾是排名全球第4，创下历年最好的成绩。那么今年2月，全球创业观察也公布了国家创业环境指数，台湾也是排名全球第3。还有同样也是今年2月，经济学人资讯社公布的2022年民主指数的报告，台湾是亚洲第1名。那么这些成果都来自我们全体国人的努力，无论是在台湾还是在海外，所以再一次给自己鼓掌，帮台湾鼓掌一下。台湾一直在进步，也持续的走向世界。我说过，侨胞就是台湾国力的延伸。过去这几天，我在瓜地马拉、在贝里斯看到跟大家一样努力的侨胞朋友，还有我们的外交人员、技术团、替代役男都在第一线打拼，让 Taiwan Can Help 是不断的在实现。那么像是这次我在瓜地马拉参观医院，是当地非常期待的一个建设，这个期待很久的建设。台湾和瓜地马拉一起合作，我们18个月就把它新建完成。我在贝里斯也实地了解台湾经济团推动种粮计划的成果，各位可以看我脸书就可以看到照片。那么还有看到妇女赋权计划，这些年来我们帮助了当地的妇女能够就业并创业。那么这次出访，我们也分别和瓜地马拉、贝里斯签署了合作协定，未来会持续的加强跟加深双方的交流。我们会继续努力为台湾创造更多更大的国际空间，台湾也会继续进步，让大家在美国谈到台湾的时候会更光荣、更骄傲。借这个机会要谢谢大家，因为大家在海外耕耘和付出，这些年来，从美国政府、国会到美国人民对台湾的支持越来越强，台美关系也越来越深化紧密。所以我要谢谢许多美国朋友对台湾的重视和支持。 跟大家报告，今年1月，台美21世纪贸易倡议已经完成了第2轮的谈判。我的目标是在今年完成这项贸易倡议协商。而我们和美国也会透过经济繁荣伙伴对话来持续深化伙伴的关系。当然，我们的目标是希望跟美国在有一个自由贸易协定。那这一些我们现在正在谈判的、正在讨论的，都是为将来做准备。那面对威权主义不断的扩张，我要跟大家强调，民主、自由就是我们坚守的价值，就是我们生活的方式。台湾会继续跟美国、跟所有的民主的伙伴捍卫我们的价值，维护区域的和平稳定。那么接下来的挑战还有很多，就像各位来美国打拼刻苦外呢，开创了自己的一片天。我要告诉大家，即使再多再难的挑战，台湾不会被击倒，我们会走出自己的路。我也相信全球的局势要稳定，台湾一定要更团结，台湾一定要更强大，台湾一定要更安全。我们一起努力，成为稳定台湾、稳定世界的力量。大家说好不好？最后，我要再次谢谢各位，谢谢大家为台湾所做的一切。我们都是 Team Taiwan， 我们要让全世界更挺台湾，让我们一起坚定的在民主、自由的道路上并肩同行，一起走向世界。我们一起来努力。谢谢，谢谢大家。
谢谢总统，也请总统留步。
Thank you, President Tsai.
请各位来宾与蔡总统一起举起您手上的酒杯，一同庆贺蔡总统此次出访顺利圆满，也祝各位来宾身体健康，中华民国国运昌隆。
Now, distinguished guests, please raise your glasses.
腿软了。
We wish you all excellent health and the prosperity for the Republic of China, Taiwan. Cheers!
虽然各位贵宾致辞之后，我们将开始上主菜，请各位尽情享用晚餐。
After the completion of tonight's speeches, we are going to serve your dinner. Don't hesitate.
我们今天邀请了旅美台湾音乐家组成的民华乐团，在各位将指数新美加联同时，为我们演奏耳熟能详的台湾乐曲，希望大家喜欢。让我们用热烈的掌声欢迎这几位才华洋溢的台湾音乐家。
President Tsai Ing-wen of the Republic of China, Taiwan. Thank you. Please be seated. Look, I don't mind eating while I speak, so if you haven't finished your salad, please finish your salad first. I am pleased to transfer again to Los Angeles, and I'm touched by this very warm welcome from the Taiwanese American
community. And thank you, Acting Governor, for welcoming me and arranging the beautiful California sunshine. And thank you, distinguished members of the Congress, Congressman Gretchen, my old friend already, and Congressman Dallas Isa, and also Judy, as well as Lord Connor. You are the first one I saw eating, you know. And Michelle Steele, nice to see you again here. And we have someone who just came, it's Congressman Chita. Where are you? And also, we have a newcomer, that is AIT Chair Laura Rosenberg. Welcome on board. And our dear friends, thank you for joining me tonight. I am grateful for your hospitality and for your friendship towards the people of Taiwan. This morning, I was honored to meet with a bipartisan delegations of the congressional leaders, convened by Speaker McCarthy at Ronald Reagan Library, and I had a very productive discussion on matters pertaining to our shared values and common interests. Peace and stability in the Indo-Pacific, prosperity for our societies, and safeguarding freedom of democracy are things that we discussed a lot this morning. I shared with them that the people of Taiwan are resilient, determined to defend and preserve our way of life and to deepen our long-standing partnership with the United States. I was gratified by the unity of support from the Speaker and congressional leaders across the political aisle. The gesture of standing with Taiwan is a demonstration that in this turbulent geopolitical environment, the Taiwanese people are not alone. And I believe the presence of many guests here tonight is also testament to the fact that Taiwan is a force for good in the world will never be alone. Of course, both you, the Taiwanese American community, through your generosity and activism, have helped Taiwan build many friendships around the world, including with very special guests who are here with us tonight. Thank you for coming to join us. 我们现场有我们杨信国策顾问、陈英宏国策顾问，还有谢庆志国科顾问，我们中华会馆的李金生主席，还有我们台湾会馆吴兆峰副董事长。你刚才有一点紧张，不过讲得很好。各位我们LA的乡亲，大家晚安，大家好。我们今天呢，除了刚才跟各位说话的我们的美琴大使，还有我们徐家清，应该是讲委员长啊之外，其实我们代表团这一次有几位同仁，那我想跟各位介绍。那当然，第一位就是我们的金主，我们外交部长吴部长。还有另外一位大家都很熟悉的我们新任的总统府秘书长林佳龙。不错，林佳龙，你的欢呼声还蛮大声的。这次跟我们一起来的，还有我们几位立法委员，从年轻的先开始好了，我们邱成元，立法委员。他是哪一党？他就是柯金那个党的，民众党。还有我们陈欧珀委员，还有我们最资深的立法委员，但是也不是最老的，我们陈明文委员。我们在座还有一位我们经济部次长陈正熙。 还有没有我应该介绍的没介绍到的？好像差不多了哈。今天真的很高兴看到这么多我们在 LA 的乡亲哦，我们已经几年没见了，除非你回台湾啊，我已经3年没有出门了所以今天是3年来第一次出国访问，那这次主要的我们是要去贝里斯跟瓜地马拉，那么过境美国。那前一阶段是过境纽约，在回家的路上就到了这个 LA。我知道今天呢有很多的好朋友都是在地的 LA 我们的在美的侨胞，但是我相信应该也有人是从其他地方过来的，请举手看看好不好？在哪里？哦，那里有一位，那边要，那边要，你们都从哪里来？从哪里？从哪来吗？好了好了，实在太吵了，听不清楚。反正你们就是不是本地的 LA 的人。还有谁？Orange County， 那个 California 的不算，有没有 California 以外的？从哪里来？哦 ，San Diego，OK。Where？ 哦，台湾乡亲校友会。我另外一个问题，我上一次来是2018年，上一次我来的时候有在场的，请举手，去查一下。哦，好，很好，谢谢，好像都有来。就像我刚才讲的，这是我第2任总统任期以来的第1次出访，哈。那过去3年，全球都笼罩在疫情之下，很多人没有办法回台湾，那全世界的人员往来也受到限制。幸好有各位在美国的各个领域帮助台湾，也让世界更关注台湾。那台湾和美国虽然在太平洋的两端，但是我们大家都一起在努力。当台湾捐口罩给各国的时候，我们美国的侨胞也在捐防疫物资。那么当台湾积极争取加入 WHO 的时候，大家也在美国为台湾发声。那么当台湾援助乌克兰、协助土耳其救灾，大家也快速募集物资，把爱心送到灾区。这就是台湾，无论身在哪里，我们都团结一致，贡献自己的心力，让世界看到台湾的良善的力量。现在在美国，我是台湾人，在美国说我是台湾人，大家一定都感到很光荣，给我们比个赞，大家说对不对？至少不会把我们跟泰国人搞不清楚。这些年来，我们证明了一件事，台湾证明了一件事，就是因为团结，就算关关难过，我们也关关过。台湾也一直在进步当中。那么，疫情虽然对全球经济带来挑战，但是海内外的企业持续的看好台湾。我们推动的投资台湾3大方案，这个实施这几年来，总共投资的金额已经超过新台币2兆元。那么今年德商艾斯摩尔还有德商 Merck 也分别启动对台的最大投资案。那么前一阵子，美国传统基金会发布的2023年经济自由度的指数，台湾是排名全球第4，创下历年最好的成绩。那么今年2月，全球创业观察也公布了国家创业环境指数，台湾也是排名全球第3。还有同样也是今年2月，经济学人资讯社公布的2022年民主指数的报告，台湾是亚洲第1名。那 那么这些成果都来自我们全体国人的努力，不论是在台湾还是在海外。所以再一次给自己鼓掌，帮台湾鼓掌一下。台湾一直在进步，也持续的走向世界。我说过，侨胞就是台湾国力的延伸。过去这几天，我在瓜地马拉、在贝里斯看到跟大家一样努力的侨胞朋友，还有我们的外交人员、技术团、替代役男都在第一线打拼，让 Taiwan Can Help 是不断的在实现。那么像是这次我在瓜地马拉参观医院，是当地非常期待的一个建设，这个期待很久的建设。台湾和瓜地马拉一起合作，我们18个月就把它新建完成。我在贝里斯也实地了解台湾经团推动种粮计划的成果，各位可以看我脸书就可以看到照片。那么还有看到妇女赋权计划，这些年来我们帮助了当地的妇女能够就业并创业。那么这次出访，我们也分别和瓜地马拉、贝里斯签署了合作协定，未来会持续的加强跟加深双方的交流。我们会继续努力为台湾创造更多更大的国际空间，台湾也会继续进步，让大家在美国谈到台湾的时候会更光荣、更骄傲。借这个机会要谢谢大家，因为大家在海外耕耘和付出，这些年来，从美国政府、国会到美国人民对台湾的支持越来越强，台美关系也越来越深化紧密。所以我要谢谢许多美国朋友对台湾的重视和支持。跟大家报告，今年1月，台美21世纪贸易倡议已经完成了第2轮的谈判。我的目标是在今年完成这项贸易倡议写下来。而我们和美国也会透过经济繁荣伙伴对话来持续深化伙伴的关系。当然，我们的目标是希望跟美国在有一个自由贸易协定，那这一些我们现在正在谈判的、正在讨论的，都是为将来做准备。那面对威权主义不断的扩张，我要跟大家强调，民主、自由就是我们坚守的价值，就是我们生活的方式。台湾会继续跟美国、跟所有的民主的伙伴捍卫我们的价值，维护区域的和平稳定。那么接下来的挑战还有很多，就像各位来美国打拼、刻苦外难，开创了自己的一片天。我要告诉大家，即使再多再难的挑战，台湾不会被击倒，我们会走出自己的路。我也相信全球的局势要稳定，台湾一定要更团结。台湾一定要更强大，台湾一定要更安全。我们一起努力，成为稳定台湾、稳定世界的力量。大家说好不好？最后，我要再次谢谢各位，谢谢大家为台湾所做的一切。我们都是 Team Taiwan， 我们要让全世界更挺台湾，让我们一起坚定的在民主、自由的道路上并肩同行。一起走向世界，我们一起来努力。谢谢，谢谢大家。
谢谢总统，也请总统留步。
Thank you, President Tsai.
请各位来宾与蔡总统一起举起您手上的酒杯，一同庆贺蔡总统此次出访顺利圆满，也祝各位来宾身体健康，中华民国国运昌隆。
Now, distinguished guests, please raise your glasses together.
腿软了。
We wish you all excellent health and the prosperity for the Republic